Is our industry still running at a loss? Well, in today's video, we're going to go over the national average for freight rates. We're also going to post a load going from the greater Toronto area into Dallas, Texas, something that I was not able to do in the last video. So I thought, why not give it to you here? But we're going to change it up a little bit. We're going to talk about the cost per mile. So we're going to talk about the insurance, driver pay, all the fees that are associated with running a mile. So national average freight rates, we're going to post a load. We're going to see what other carriers say, how much they're willing to do the work for, and then we'll talk about the pay, and we're going to analyze together, is our industry still running at a loss, and what do we need to do in order to shift it, or where do freight rates need to be in order for us to start making money again. So let's get into it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go on our load board. I'm going to post a load going from Toronto here in the greater Toronto area going into Dallas, Texas. Now the rates are pretty much the same if you are looking at the East Coast, or if you're looking at Ohio going into Dallas, Texas, or if you're looking at Illinois going to Dallas, Texas. Pretty much the rates are the same. The only thing is that we bill in Canadian dollars, so it's a little bit tougher for us. But let's see how many phone calls come in. Let's see the desire for these loads. We're gonna post a load right now going from greater Toronto area, so we'll choose Concord, Ontario, and we'll go into Dallas, Texas. We'll do a 100-mile radius here, 100-mile radius there. We'll press next. We are looking for a dry van or a reefer, okay? So our freight, we are going to say that we have roofing materials. It can load either a van or a reefer. It's 43,000 pounds air ride. Today is Wednesday, so we're gonna give them the option if they want to deliver it on Friday or on Monday. Let's dial here, extension 233. Now the phones will most likely start taking off as the phone calls come in, okay? One of the things that I have over here is a sidebar. The reason I use the sidebar is because I want to see the carriers that are calling in. Very important for me is their safety rating, is who they are. Do they actually have power units? How many power units do they have? What year did they open? I want to see the quality of the carrier, and I can do that with my sidebar on the load board, okay? Now, for those of you that are interested, that sidebar is called loadconnect. It's free for anybody to use, so feel free to use it. Okay, so, and we got our whiteboard over here, so we are going to use it. Morning, ET.
I see you a load from Concord to Dallas.
Yes, pick up today, delivery Friday or Monday. It's 42,000 pounds, it's roofing material. What's your MC?
486494.
1 second, sorry. Hey, sorry about that. What'd you say your MC was?
449.
Okay, let me just see what I got here. Company info, 73 power units. Insurance is active, safety violation is good. What's your rate? What's your rate?
Can you do $3,000?
Give me just 1 second, hold on. Hi, please hold 1 second, sorry. Yeah, you said 3,000?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, give me just a few minutes. I'll call you back. Hello, Ronan speaking.
Texas?
Yes, full truckload, 42,000 pounds, can load either a dry van or a reefer. It's picking up today, delivery either Friday or Monday. What's your MC number?
Yep, 05.
What's the name of your company?
Patient.
Safety rating, hours of service, out of this world. What's your rate over there?
I can do for 25.
How much?
25.
2,500. Okay, give me, what's your extension?
It's 209.
209?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call you back.
Thank you.
The rate looks pretty good. I mean, how many miles do we have? Toronto to Dallas, man. Morning, Ronan speaking.
Dallas, Texas.
Yep. What's your MC number?
36. Youth Express.
75 power units, opened up in February 2024. Safety violations, looks good. Okay, great. What's your rate? Honestly, I got some competitive rates over here. I think it's best that you just give me your best rate, okay? My lines are blowing up, so let's do this a little faster.
We are looking around 26 to cover this place.
2,600. What's your extension? 101. Okay, I'll give you a call back if it works. Thank you, my friend. Hello.
Do you have a load from Concord to Dallas, Texas?
I do. 9?
Yes.
Okay, company info. What do we got? How many trucks? 26 power units? What's your rate on it?
28.
28. I can write your number down, but I do have better rates. So what's your extension there?
105. What's your best?
Honestly, I'm getting rates 24, 25, and 26. I have.
Okay, can just hold on. Hello?
Yes.
We can make 2600.
26? Okay, I'll give you a call back if it works, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello?
Concord to Dallas?
Yeah, can you just give me 1 second? Sorry, my lines are just blowing up. 1 second. Yeah, go ahead. What's your MC number?
49.
Perfect. Okay, what's the name of your company?
Reply?
Got it. Okay, I already talked to somebody in your office.
Yeah, I can provide you a better rate. I have a backhaul that I need to pick up by Friday. So if I can pick up today and deliver Friday this load, I can cover it for 2100.
2100?
Yeah. but it's only pick up today and deliver Friday.
Okay. Yeah, your safety's fine. Everything's fine. What's your extension over there again? Great. All right. Let me just see what I can do. I'm gonna confirm with the customer, and I will call you back. All right. So the reason for the 2100, she has a back haul. Okay. So we got 1,412 miles. Now, if you take the average of these rates, okay, I think the average were I didn't argue with anybody. I didn't bargain. I was pretty sure that I would have been able to get these guys down at least by a couple of $100. So it's safe to say that $2,350, I would easily be able to cover it. And this guy over here, safety rating looks pretty good. Everything looks great with this company. So I would give it to them. Now, how much do you bill on something like this? Okay, first of all, we need to understand that this is Canadian dollars. 23.50. Today's conversion rate is 1.37. That's equal to $1,715 US. $1,715 US. Okay. Now divide that by 1,412. $21 per mile. Okay. Now, just so we understand expenses. Okay. All right. We got monthly expenses. We have insurance. Okay. Per truck today, you're probably looking at about $1,800 a month minimum, and all the way goes to about $2,500 a month. If you're looking to open up a new trucking company, you're going to be closer to the $2,000 to $2,500 per month, depending on your experience. Driver pay. Okay. We have 0.65 cents per mile here in the Greater Toronto area. Fuel consumption, approximately. I'll put up the board, I'll put up the chart, okay? Now, this chart depends how fuel efficient your truck is. Today's national average for fuel is $3.57 per gallon. So you're probably looking at about 47 cents per mile for fuel, okay? We're getting another call. Morning, how are you?
Morning, I'm good. How are you?
Good, good.
You got the load from Concord to
Yes, what's your MC?
101.
Services?
Yep.
Yes, unfortunately, we have a lot of red flags on your file.
Sorry?
We have a lot of red flags. I won't be able to use you.
You have what?
I said you have a lot of red flags on your file, meaning you're less than 1 year and your out of service rates are through the roof.
Okay, no worries.
Sorry about that. Bye-bye. Okay. God, I love this sidebar. Okay, driver's pay. We got fuel. We have our truck. We'll take a number over here. A truck costs about $3,000 per month. Okay, $3,000 a month. Divide that by 11,000 miles. Best case scenario, you're looking at 27 cents per mile. Now, your trailer, you're probably looking at about 10 cents per mile. Factoring fee, maintenance, repairs. What other fees do we have here? Plates. I mean, at least all that together is another 15 cents per mile. So we have our insurance, we have our truck, we have our driver pay, we have our fuel. So let's get the insurance per mile. So if you're paying about, we'll take the lower end of the insurance. If you're taking $1,800 and you divide that by, I'll get that. 1 second.
Hey, calling regarding your Ontario to Dallas, Texas?
Yes, that load has already been booked. Sorry, yeah. What's your rate, by the way?
I was looking for me to be around like 25 or 26 Canadian.
Yeah, that's what everybody's at. Sorry, it's already gone, but thank you.
No worries, man. Thank you.
Bye. So back to what I was doing. So $1,800 per month. Divide that by 11,000 miles. We got 16 cents per mile. Okay. Before we go into the full calculation, I do want to say a couple of things. That over the last year, you can see, especially in the last 18 months, a lot of companies are running at a loss. Owner operators, lease operators, whatever it is that you want. Lots of companies are running at a loss just to move those wheels. Now, one of the things that you need to make sure is that you have a good tax accountant for these times. Okay, a company that we recommend is M7 Taxes. They have about 13 offices in Canada and in the US, and they specialize in our industry for owner operators, small fleets, even drivers, 1099 drivers, self-employed drivers. So M7 Taxes is the company that we recommend that you should be using. They definitely helped me when I was opening my trucking company in the US. They're very familiar with rules, regulations, and I just had a really good experience with them. So back to the formula. Let's do a tally. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of expenses here that I'm forgetting or that I didn't write down, but an approximate, just so you understand, 0.16 cents for insurance, 65 cents for the driver pay, 0.47 cents for the fuel, 0.27 cents for the truck, 0.10 cents per mile for the trailer, and 0.15 for everything else. We have $1.80 per mile over here, okay? Now, remember, this right here is huge, okay? Fuel consumption is huge, all right? So if you're doing 7.58 miles per gallon, that's what it's costing you to run a mile. But if you have one of those beautiful flat nose trucks, your fuel consumption is about 6.25, which bumps this number up to about 59 cents per mile. Now, if you have a flat nose truck or a truck that's consuming 6.25 miles per gallon, that number right there is 0.59, and that will definitely put you in the red. Now, you're probably wondering, how in the world is this company running at $1.21 per mile US when their expenses are about $1.80, and if they have a horrible fuel efficient, they're probably at $1. So it's anywhere, your cost is anywhere between $1.80 to $1.92. Now, if you take the round trip rate, so Dallas, Texas right now to the GTA, you're probably getting about $3,500. So if you take the original price, which is $23.50, okay, and you add $3,500 to it, $23.50 plus $3,500 is equal to $58.50. If you divide $58.50 by the total miles, which is 3,000 miles, you are getting $1.95 Canadian, and you divide that by 1.37 to get the US. Round trip is $1.42. You better believe that people are running at a loss. Okay. Now, how do I know they're running at a loss? Because most of these expenses, there's a lot of expenses that I didn't take, like the plates, plus the other million expenses that we have as trucking companies or trucking owners to run trucks. So if you like this presentation and you do want to go into detail, more in detail about these numbers and how to save with these numbers, that's why we put together our dispatch course. It is a very, very detailed. We have two courses. One of them is a full-blown dispatch course, and one of them is the cost of running a mile, where we go into detail with every single one of these expenses. I'll put the links below. Hopefully you learned something from this video. I'd love to get some of your feedback. How are people running at a loss? Are they just trying to move their wheels, spinning their wheels? We just took a perfect example, the Greater Toronto area to Dallas, Dallas back to the Greater Toronto area, and you can see that people are running at a loss. Hopefully my math was correct. I did this on the fly, but if it's not correct, then I'm sure you guys will point it out in the comments. I'm Ronan, and I'll catch you in my next video.